Mahadev. Sun, Ketu, Mercury conjunction, which is one of the most interesting, complex conjunctions in Vedic astrology. How do these silent, egoless people survive in this difficult world, and how do they find their ultimate creative self-expression? Let's figure it out in this video today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Check out my playlists where there are so many videos. So, when Sun and Ketu are together with Mercury, it creates a very interesting, confusing yoga, okay? Because in Sun Ketu, you see here, I have made a video Sun Ketu conjunction long back. Sun Ketu is there, the Ketu works as a void, as a black hole, and sucks away all the sun's energy, the sun's qualities, okay? The luminary natural qualities of the sun, which makes the sun the most important planet, right? Because sun gives us confidence, the passion to create self-identity. Sun represents the father, whatever we learn from the father, the personality we inherit from the father or the forefathers, that is sun. Now when Ketu is there, Ketu wants to somehow hold you back from inheriting or getting or outcasting or applying or using all these sun qualities. First, what he is doing, even though Mercury is here, he is creating an emotional separation from the father. The child either might feel neglected by the father, or even though there are communications happening, the child is in conversation with the father, still they are somehow separated. Okay, maybe father is somewhere else, far away, in abroad or in some other city. Okay, and less communications are happening. The child is not having that much of presence of his father, her father in his or her life, resulting in which the sun qualities are not developing as how it should. And also internally, what is happening? Ketu Sun, okay, and Mercury, they are not understanding how to express themselves, how to develop their ego, how to develop their self identity, okay, or how to develop their self confidence and self worth, what they think of themselves, what do they think of themselves? So, like for example, a child who is very close to his father, a very good son, let's say, not Sun Ketu, son is very good, he will inherit all the good qualities of his father, and he would want to become like his father, okay, he or she, okay, and they will be very good at expressing themselves, exuberating their qualities confidently. But in this case, these things are not happening. Even though the father teaches the child with Mercury, because Mercury is also learning, right? Even though there are, let's say, they are far away in degree, okay? Still, even if they are far away, still they are in the same house. So, even let's say the father is somehow teaching the child so much stuff, but the child is not getting that clarity how to express it confidently, very egoistically, okay, as it should be, because that firm self-worth and firm confidence comes from that the identity which gets created within the person's mind, that this is who I am, I am a good student, I do this, I do that, I live here, okay, all those things. Anyways, so these are the problem happens, okay. Now Mercury is also there, he is also being the witness and the victim here, because Mercury represents decision making, speech, languages. So you can very well understand. So there, they are not confident of speaking, because they have that the unclarity, that if I speak this, it might not get validated, people may not like that. This kind of self-doubt and inferiority comes. Self-doubt comes, and due to that they do not express, and due to that they do not perform, and there's that, the lack of self-worth gets developed, and due to that inferiority comes, and they suffer severe inferiority complex, which is very painful. Okay, that's why Sun Ketu association is one of the most painful actually. Now as a result of all these experiences, seeing other people express themselves confidently, take part in competitions, take part in debate competitions, this, that, blah, blah, doing so many things, talking to the teacher, talking to the class teacher, making so many friends, this, that, and these people are quiet and they are watching everyone because they are very, very observant. Ketu makes a person observant. What happens as they grow slowly, slowly? Their intellectual faculty, okay, which is the Mercury, or the cogitative, contemplative, self-reflective, introspective quality, which is Ketu, develops within, and it actually takes time to develop, because Ketu is the last planet to develop. At the age of 48, Ketu completely matures, but it doesn't mean that you have to become 48 for it to become mature, okay. But here what I mean is that it takes little time, okay. The sun matures at the age of 22. So at the age of 22, these people get a jolt of, confidence. Oh, okay, I am different, so what? It's all, let it be. Okay, they get a jolt of confidence. If you are older, please comment how you felt at the age of 22. I dare you felt that what I explained. Okay, at the age of 22, you must have felt a jolt of confidence, unless until you got some very difficult, let's say 12th house Saturn Mahadasha started or something else. Okay, so anyways, in most cases, this is what happened. At 22, they'll feel very good. Yes, now I can do this and that. Yeah, yes, bring it on. Okay, then slowly these qualities develop. They understand, they accept themselves. The self-acceptance comes. So what? I am different than others. So what? I speak less. Anyhow, you are not supposed to chatter and blabber all the time. Talk nonsense, simply sit and gossip. That is not everybody should do. One should do. So they become this self-acceptance develops within them. Self-worth also starts to develop. Self-worth, yes, this is who I am. Okay? Confidence comes. They know that they are unique, eccentric. Mercury is there. It is not Sun Ketu only alone. Sun Ketu Mercury. Okay? Now, they become very, very intuitive. Intuitive, and this intuition and simply quiet observance and quiet analysis, where they are just observing, sitting, pondering, with their own mind, they understand stuff without even using the language, because when we think, we also use our languages, right? The most the most common languages which we use while daily speaking, whatever we use those languages while thinking, right? We will be thinking on those, using those languages, even in dreams. But these people, they will not even use languages when they think. Okay? They become drashta, which is the ultimate, actually the Ketu's thing, Ketu watches, he is the drashta. Okay, he is the Shiva Tattva inside, who watches stuff, what is happening, what is taking place in your, if the mind, in your cognition is the pan which is getting heated up on the gas, he's just watching what is happening in the mind. Okay, very powerful. Okay, so they use that and they become very intuitively intellectual. Okay, just by thinking, simply thinking, they understand stuff. Okay, and Ketu Mercury is all about, even in Ketu Mercury I have explained in too much detail here. Watch this video, very important. So Ketu Mercury is also all about intuition. Okay, see, intuition. I saw a reflection there. I thought, from where the reflection came? Reflection came from a car light from the window to my door there. Okay, that's Ketu. Distracted me. So intuitively they understand stuff. It's all that intuition has to say yes to whatever they decide. They are doing something, they are expressing something, they are planning something. Unless until the gut says so, only the logic will not work. No matter how knowledgeable, how experienced, how many times they have experienced those things, that is not going to work. Unless until their gut, when they close their eyes, the gut has to say yes, yes, yes. I would listen to my gut. So that's very important. These people always remain eccentric, and they should remain so. They should not try to become like other people, not copy other people, and not feel inferior. Watch my son Ketu video, okay? Many people have liked that video and loved that video, so you must also watch. So they should not feel inferior, because you see, ultimately everybody, God has made everybody equal. Each soul is potentially divine. You are that ultimate divine soul, just that you are differently tuned. Okay, you are not supposed to express like everybody. Simply they are expressing themselves. They do not have clarity. This person is all about having clarity, conquering that confidence, conquering that identity. Ketu is all about conquering stuff which they have already conquered, because in your previous birth you have already conquered. Okay, the Atman. So here the person is going towards spiritual perfection, the completion of the human journey, and he wants to find that ultimate confidence, that this is who I am. Am I really this? I am an author. I have written 5 books. Is it really good? Or am I just that? Or am I something else? These kind of questions keep coming back. Okay, so you do live in your own most natural self. Do not become others. Do not copy others. Do not feel inferior. Okay, and the soul and the Atman which is there within, that shines not only the sun, everything, which your inner and outer world. So when you live your natural self, when you let these planets, Ketu, Mercury and Sun, work in their own way, in their own natural manner, and you will remain that drashta, that ultimate observer of the reality happening within or outside, you get the most clarity. Okay, so become that observer and never be discouraged. Okay, and do not have despair. If you think that other people are confident, then that is an illusion. They are confident in their own illusion. You are not confident because you have cut through, you have gone through that illusion and watching everything crystal clear. Okay. On that note, I hope this would make some sense to you and you would benefit from this. I hope you will give me a like here, subscribe down below, and if you want to consult, go to astroraja8.com. Har Har Mahadev.